a lot of people would like to know in the collective is how can we come together, or how can we individually, put our hearts together or work on something to elevate the frequency high enough so that we can avoid any of these pitfalls in what we'd like to be the ultimate highest timeline that we want to be in, or any of the distractions. Any insight into that, please?
So this is a beautiful question. And what comes to mind first is this notion of reality being reflective, which many of you are already aware. Many of you listening to this particular broadcast would be aware of that principle, that your reality is reflective. However, what's also true is that oftentimes right now on your planet, people spend too much time immersed in the media, immersed in the unfoldment of negative events that seem chaotic or disruptive, and they allow that focus to pull them out of their own individual work on the planet. It's a distraction. And what we wish for you to know on this day is that that distraction has been placed very, very much deliberately, let's say, by those on your planet that wish to maintain control. Because they know if they can distract you and pull your attention out of yourself and into some event or some unfoldment that is very activating to your system, that invokes fear or even concern, let's say. We would even say that vibration of concern is, to some degree, a vibration of fear. It's not as intense, but it is on that level of frequency. So those that wish to maintain control, they broadcast these frequencies that pull you out of your connection with yourself and into concern for what is happening. And so, of course, you all have concern for what is happening. We're not saying don't have concern, but understand that when you have too much attention placed outside of yourself on what is unfolding and not enough attention focused within you on what you can individually do, which is shift your own consciousness and shift your own frequency, then to some degree, those ones seeking control are, you could say, they are winning when they have pulled your focus out from within yourself and onto these broadcasts in the media, if you will. So to answer your question, one thing that is very effective is to start to dial down, or at least limit your exposure to the chaos that is happening and unfolding on the planet. Not that you have your head in the sand, not being avoidant whatsoever, but just placing a limit on how much of your time and energy you are actually giving to these broadcasts, if you will. Because the truth is that if you want to be of service, which you all do, that one of the most effective things that you can do for the planet at this time is to begin to connect with, align with, and emanate your unique soul signature, your soul frequency, which is that unique vibration or emanation that is source energy, but that's coming through the individual that is appearing as you. And so this frequency is unique to each being, but what it has in common is that it's a emanation of source, which you could say is an emanation of love, or an emanation of harmony, or an emanation of peace. And because you are all energetically interconnected, when you bring forth these emanations of source energy, they actually start to calm and soothe and affect the chaos on the planet. Even someone on the other side of the globe that you have never met starts to be affected by this emanation of peace. And you actually know this through the studies of meditation on your planet, that when a group of people come together and start to emanate the vibration of peace, that it affects all those in the surrounding area, and it can actually lower certain crime rates and lower the instances of chaos or crime. And so in terms of being of service, understand that it is not so much what you do, although that is important. What is even more important than what you do is what you will emanate, vibrationally speaking. And so if you find that your focus on the chaotic events are disrupting your emanation of your unique soul energy, your frequency that is of highest service to the planet at this time, then you need to either disconnect yourself from those broadcasts altogether, or at least set a time limit on how much time you're going to allow that into your consciousness. Because whatever you focus on tends to create more of that, energetically speaking. So even light workers who have the highest level of devotion in terms of being of service, if they are spending too much time focused on the chaos, they are not actually doing the light work that they are here to do, so to speak. We don't want to say they are contributing to the problem, but they are focusing their minds and their hearts and their energy in that direction. So focus instead on your own connection with source and start to be a frequency holder, a light worker, a beacon, a lighthouse for those energetic frequencies. And you have been strategically placed all over the globe so that these emanations start to broadcast out a grid, if you will, that is shifting the overall vibration and frequency that is humanity.
Beautiful. Thank you so much